a node value as in the link field, but here you are storing the null because you are inserting the data link node into the end of the list. Okay, then what you do, we traverse to the last node until the in the list. Okay, initially we start with the starting node, so until we find the link value null, we go on traversing. Then finally the last link value where you are having initially null, there you are adding a temporary node, then we increment the count list. So this is about the insertion at the end of the list. To the last node we are connecting a new node. This is for the end of the list. We see with an example. See here example. Again you are having 3 nodes. First node with a 10, second node 20, third node 30. See the after 30 the last box you are having a vertical diagonal mark. It indicates that null. Okay, so here we need to add, after this 30 box we need to add a new node. Okay, so again we have created a temporary field. See here, in previous case you are only storing the value, but here you are storing the value in link field. See here in the value field, data field, you are storing as a 40, and link field you are marked as a null. So you have seen in the algorithm you are having temp link equal to null because last value should be null. Then at that time what happens, once we add this value to the last node null value will be removed. There we are connecting the temp node address in the link field, and hence the null value will be present to the temporary node. So this is about the insertion at the end of the list. So see the difference. In the first case you are not adding any null field, in the second case you are adding a null field. In the first case what happens, you are adding a temporary to the first node, and you are in second case you are adding a temporary to the last node. Okay, that is the difference. Next algorithm, to the specified location. Again here you are creating what, again here we are creating a temporary node. Okay, again you are having a storing a data into the temporary node, but here you are storing to the specified location. Okay, so here first we read the key value. Okay, from the starting node you are searching the key value. Once you find the key value to that specific location, you are storing your data. Okay, so hence what you do, we start with the initial node until the key value is found, you go on searching all the nodes. Once you find the key value, that particular node, the link node value, you are adding the temporary node. Okay, you are adding the temporary node. Okay, so that link, T implies link, that node you are adding a temporary node. Then temporary link node you are adding the next node of the previous link node, that value you are adding, then you are incrementing the count. So we'll see with an again clear with an example. See here you are having 4 fields, 10, 20, 30, 40. These are the 4 fields. Each field you are having data and a link information. 40 is the last node with the null character, end of the null list. Next what you do, we create the temporal node with the value 50. Okay, so I want to insert my 50 to the location after 30. So what is my key value? 30 is the key value. Until I get the 30 I go on searching. So initially I start with value what, 10. It is not compared with 10. Next we compare with 20, it is not compared. Next it will be compared with 30. So 30 will be my key value matched. So I need to what, for this link field I will be adding the temporary node. See that here this link, the temp node will be added 50. Then this 50 temporary node, the link next node, that is the 30th previous link node value will be added to this node, and it will be connected. So see now the 50 will be connected in between to the specified location. So this is how I will be performing the operations. And the last category is inserting at the sorted list. So again here I will be creating the So again here I will be creating the temporary node, and again I will be storing the data. Next what happens, once I will be stored the data, now the sorted list will be present continuously in the sorted order from lower to higher category. So initially I will be having a starting node. If my inserting value should be present at the first node itself, first we will be checking data, the current node data value, whether it is lesser than the temporary data. Okay, if it agrees, then what happens, I'll be link my starting node address as. If not agrees, what happens, I'll be checking the current node link data, whether it is lesser than the temp node data. So I'll be go on checking, and once I find that address, the data value, it is connect, then I'll be connecting the temp node to the specific location. Then my current link address I'll be adding temporary node, and temporary link address will become the next address node. Then I'll be incrementing the counter value. Again we'll see with an example. here 10, 20, 30, these are the 4 fields I'll be having. 10 is the starting address, 20 is the current address, and 30 is the next address. So initially we'll be starting with it is not matched. Next I'll be finding the current address. Current address is 20, but my temporary field value is what? 25. So I need to add in the sorted list. 25 will be coming after 20. So what happens once I found the current address list, then for that current address link they'll be adding the temporary link. As you've seen, current address link is less, data is lesser than temporary field. Hence current address link I'll be adding the temporary address data, and for temporary address data I'll be adding the next node information. This is how I'll be connecting. Okay, I hope so I'll be clear with all 4 insertion operation at the front end and in the specified location and the sorted orders. So you can go through the example, will clearly explain. Okay, so in the next class we'll see with the deletion of the linked list. Okay, thank you. हाँ मुगित्री ಮೇಡಮ್.